What is up, guys? We are now live. 5 minutes late, so not as late as usual, but we are here, or we should be at least. We should be. Go and check and see if the stream's running fine and everything. Yep, we're good. We're good. We've 9 people here. Brilliant. Everyone's happy. How are we doing, Terry? So great to hear from you. Just been to the gym. That's why I was a bit late. Kind of back. Sec. There we go. All should be fine now. Just going to put a story out on, obviously, Instagram. Say that we're live. First comment, interesting one. Henna's turn out. Oh God, that nearly went. That's not good. How are we going to stand for up? Right, well, that's really not working. Let's keep this a minute. That's really not working. What is wrong with it today? It's not good. I wanted to start this video with a message, actually. I'm sure everyone will join me in this any second now if this works. Super Jack, super Jackie Grealish. Right, now I've got that out of the way. Hello, currently watching City battle Leeds. Exactly. Hi Brad, how are we doing? Hi Brad, how are we doing, Aidan? Nice to see you, Paul. Get rid of Brown. Probably sign Canamateri and Luke Beckett. We're going to get into that very shortly. Once we've promoted the stream everywhere, as we normally do, we will very quickly actually get into it. I'm just trying to get the phone to stay upright to begin with. There we go. I think. No, that's really not doing. Why can stuff just never go right? It'd be a nice day, wouldn't it? It's not level. Right, there we go. Where was I? Promos. And then we're going to crack on. Hopefully. We're going to try to at least. Some really good action last night at the B team game. Some very good action indeed last night. But what do you need to get down there, down to the B team? Some great football, much better than the kind that we're seeing with the first team. That's for sure. And that's me being honest. as always, guys, if you can share the stream around, that'd be greatly appreciated. Also, be a good idea to do what I said I was going to do. There we go. Going to leave that banner up, obviously, for anyone new that joins, and then we can crack on, obviously, and talk. There we go. Just Twitter and Facebook now. 3-0 City. Oh my God. Oh God, it's not even half time yet. They're just awful. They're just really awful. They're just not Premier League quality. Oh, it's KDB, that man. Oh my God. Oh, I love that man. Absolutely love him. Oh, and by the way, because obviously this is a transfer window stream, if anyone has anyone in mind that they think would flourish at Town and is a realistic signing, obviously we have to keep it realistic, then leave a comment and I'll address it. Because after all, that's what the video is about, isn't it? It's just about all of us having a good time talking about ins and outs and who should and who shouldn't be here. So anything like that, it's right up our street. Right, that's all good. So yeah, I shouldn't be long now with the promos, and then we'll crack on. I've made a list. It's a small list, granted, about obviously the ins and outs, but a video is never going to be short when we've obviously got a lot of people here, and I do thank you for your time, and we can obviously talk about it collectively as a group about the possibilities of who should and who shouldn't be here. Obviously, any stream I do, people already know, is heavily comment orientated. I don't ignore any of you, and I really do like that interaction, so it's all good. And it'd be great to hear, a lot of opinions of who you guys think, should play. I think a lot of the time something that gets said is there are a lot of opinions from fans that actually do make more sense than some of the stuff we see from staff. So right, we're back. It just froze for a sec there. Hopefully that won't happen again. What's next? I think it's just Twitter now. And don't worry, any comment you leave will be addressed. Majority of them will be anyway. If I miss one, comment it again and I'll get to it. I do apologise. No, where are we? Excuse me. Right, all good. Good to go. Good to go. Right. 10 minutes. Got to be some kind of record. Right. Let's just have a quick refresh of that page, and obviously we can see how many people are here at each given time. Right. So let's go a bit up again. Settings. Would love to see Lewis Grabban at Town. He's a class striker. Now, I actually do get what he's saying. Lewis Grabban is a striker that really just thrive off minimal service. And I think in a team like ours, he could probably bang in a few goals. But obviously, he's getting on the older side. And that's, I think, the reason why we probably shouldn't sign him. If you look at our previous windows, he's probably a perfect fit, a free transfer at 33. That'd probably be, to our recruitment. Obviously, in the past, that'd have been a gold mine. Let's look at some more. Obviously, Leeds falling apart again. We know that. Get Danny Grant in for Karoma. I think a lot of players for Town at the minute are playing. What is it? Playing very poorly, and you could argue for a lot that they could be benched and swapped for who knows. Aaron Rowe needed, definitely, really big shout there, Hennes, definitely. And then can comment from PDH. Really do appreciate this, mate. Appreciate all the videos throughout the season, Brad. Keep them coming. Thank you. Piers asking, are you off Bristol? I'm 50-50. I'm waiting. I'm waiting on my mate to get back to me. He might be going, and for that reason, I might be going. What is the size of the crowd for the B team? We used to go a couple of reserves years ago. It were about 200 last night, so not too bad. Did you get Blackburn Forest away sorted this morning? Not yet, but I will definitely go into both those games. Green on loan to Rotherham is currently linked with Cardiff, Sheffield and Derby. Which Green's this? Because if it's the Green I'm thinking of, I haven't heard great things. So obviously, it's not necessarily something we want at Town. Is not great things. Let's have a look. Which Green is this? Green on loan to... Oh, Edmonds Green, right, yeah, okay. I was so confused then. I was like, Green? Like Andrea Green or something? Oh, my. Yeah, he is linked with them. So, yeah. But obviously, I don't think we'll sell him. I just don't... Love to see Town play 4-4-2. Dom Telford would be a good signing. Can't not Wardy at the minute, though. Dom Telford. Wow, yeah. I honestly, credit to you, Piers. I've completely missed him. Dom Telford would be a signing. God, what a player. 14 goals in 13 in League Two. It's actually a very kind of similar kind of, not as good ratio, but someone I've outlined who'd be a good signing. Garner, heard great things about him. Right back instead of Turton, he was class yesterday. Yeah, Brodie Spencer was brilliant yesterday. He did get in yesterday what warrants a start for me. Unfortunately, we won't be signing anyone if they're not cheap. Who gets off the seats? Who would really want to come here? Yeah, fair point. Where we're going to sign our players from is, in fact, from League One. But what we're going to do now is I'm going to leave some of you guys to make some comments Joe Garner, Clark Harris would be a good signing. I've not seen much from him this season, though. Excuse me. So there must be a reason why he's not playing for Peterborough, like Seb just said. Excuse me. So now what we're going to do is we're going to look at this list here. Now, I've just seen someone, I can't remember who, I'm just going to scroll through. Someone just said we need to get, Aidan Tate just said we need to get David Stockdale from Wickham. Now, I actually agree, because a point I've made in this list I've made. So I've done it in goalkeeper, defence, midfield, attack. In each position, I've got one player apart from one, in each kind of area around the pitch, I've got one player who would probably be better off leaving, and then one who should come in. So obviously, on the goalkeeper, I personally believe that if Nichols gets injured, I don't believe that Schofield would be able to do a job. Not to the extent that Nichols has, and not to the extent that would keep us up. The mistake for me against Fulham docked his confidence massively, and as much as I rate him as an individual, as a person, as the things he said about the club, I just personally don't think he's good enough for this level, and I think a loan move would benefit Ryan massively. I think a loan move to League One or League Two, he would thrive, and he could get his confidence back and come back a brand new player. But unfortunately, I just don't think he can cut it at this level. And like Aidan just said, I didn't have a keeper in mind to replace him with, but Stockdale, I've seen brilliant things from Stockdale. So that's an absolute shout and a half from Aidan there. Stockdale, for me, would be up there with one of the experienced goalkeepers that I would actually bring in to replace Schofield if he went out on loan, of course. So it's a good shout, really good shout, actually. Defence, no one that I'd kind of sell. There's players I'd let leave, but no one I'd sell. Obviously, Turton's been poor, but he seems to slowly but surely, even in little bits, turning it around ever so slightly. Still not good enough, but he's turned it around. There's none of the defence that I think we should get rid of. Midfield, first person on the list really is Reece Brown. He's not being used. He's not contributing. He's not being thought of. He needs to be the first person out the door. We just need to cash in. Tax TV, hi mate, I'll sing. How are you doing, mate? Great to hear from you. Yeah, I'm not bad, obviously. Poor weekend, really, obviously, with Town. Better on the night. Great night, actually, after. But for Town, Tate Bannon, he's older, will be dirt cheap because on midfield where High's struggling. Yeah, I would agree. But he's going to stay at, like someone said. Is Banana is going to retire at Wednesday. Need to look towards the best players in the league, like we do with Carl and Grant. Yeah. Get Wells back up front. Bristol City don't really want him. I did actually agree with this, to be fair. There aren't many past players I would bring back. Naki Wells is one of them. Freddie Ladapo for Rotherham. Again, brilliant shout. It'd be a bit more difficult to bring in, obviously. And we got Grant to get top league. Yeah, agreed. Agreed, Harry. It's harder to get them. I would actually suggest getting Freddie Ladapo. The only problem is one sec. Let's just wait until the stream carries on. Yeah. The only problem with Ladapo is that is it still running? Is it still going? Yeah. The problem with Ladapo is Harry's just said it. Harry's just beat me to it. Rotherham are top of their league, respectively. So there'd be no point whatsoever. So yeah, who I was suggesting is Ruffles obviously being linked. He may end up leaving. We've not played him, which is unfair on him, obviously, but it's just sometimes what happens. So he might be forced out. If he is, we need to obviously replace him. Brown out, definitely. We need to sign I personally think before anything in midfield, we need to sign a tall defensive midfielder or a tall box to box. Because if he's not going to play Russell, then we need to do that. Every one of our midfielders, bar Russell, is tiny. So we're not going to win anything in the air. Teams like Borough are going to come to us and absolutely ruin us. And it's not going to work. Need rotation, not replacing, because we have good players. Yeah, love to see someone like Jeff Cott. Caden, have you been looking on my list? Because he's exactly the person I've just suggested. Jeff Cott would be the man that I would bring in. A billion-star player is right, yeah, Joe. But obviously one that actually works and don't badmouth the club and the staff. Jeff Cott would be great. A slower start this season, which is why I put Ryan Hardy of Plymouth on the thumbnail. Again, a top player in League Two. But I think he would be exactly what we need. Quite a bigger striker as well. 6'1", 6 foot, nearly 2, I believe. And he's got, in 22 games this season, he's got, I believe, 13 goal contributions. So that is exactly what we need. Vallejo is decent, but not creative enough. I do think he's creative. But he's not as quick or as attacking, really, as what we probably need if we've got a 2 midfield. Daniel Fark would be great, but we never have the budget or the status or anything. Matt Smith, midfielder from Man City on loan at Hull now, is doing okay. They're young and his deal is ending this summer. So yeah, maybe for next season that could be a good sort of prospect. This is probably the first time in ages that I'm not looking at defenders. Midfield really is the big issue alongside striker. Wingers, I think obviously we could bring in a loan, but we're not going to because we don't have the funds for it. But obviously Piers with a brilliant suggestion in Dom Telford, not the tallest obviously, but as a getting behind kind of front man, he would be a very, very good shout. So I love Vallejo, but he fills the hog role. Yeah, definitely. Hoggy's the first name on the team sheet, fully fit squad, 100%. I agree. Well, no, actually, I disagree. Nichols, then Hoggy. What happened with Ruffles sub the other day? He was supposed to come on. Tom Lees went down injured and he was the third and final sub. So when Ruffles kind of was ready to come on, Lees was down. Basically what happened was he told him to not come on. So then if we obviously needed to replace centre half, we could use that sub there instead of having to put Toff centre back. Stockton from Morecambe. Yeah, he'd be a great thing, a great player. I had a look at him today. He looks like a really good prospect. Should we loan out Danny Grant? I actually don't believe so. I think from what I saw last night, Grant isn't ready to start, but he's ready to play a higher level of football. And I'm not basing that off what I actually saw. I'm basing that off the fact that could it possibly get worse in the first team? Like really? I mean, obviously we could be losing games every week, but can the fast, free-flowing, attacking football that we see maybe once every 15 games get much worse? Is my point. So maybe I'm not joking. On Saturday, there is no reason why Russell should not be starting. If you can name me one reason why High should get in over Russell, then congratulations to you. But I just don't see it. Kachunga back. It's a bit of a downgrade now, though, since his injury. He's not the same player. Meepo doesn't get played, which is exactly why I think he should be leaving. We're not going to play him, so what's the point in paying a wage? It just adds to the wage problem. So yeah, it just. You know what I mean? It's just a bit pointless, really. High more attacking minded and young. I wouldn't say he's a I wouldn't say he's a attacking minded. I'd say no. Russell's probably definitely more attacking minded. High passes back every 5 seconds, and Russell's the younger one. So Russell is seen as a 10 rather than a deep line midfielder. Yeah, possibly, but obviously with what's his face, with O'Brien being the box to box, that'd obviously cover maybe on Russell's side. I'd just like to see a bit of difference. Love Pinnock from Northampton. Always has to go forward. Pinnock. Let's have a look at this man. That's a different Pinnock. Mitch Pinnock. Midfielder. Decent height, yeah, 6'1". We don't need much in Jan. Creative midfielder is the priority. We're not going to get creative midfielder. Those cost millions, and we don't have millions. Yeah, a couple of goals. Tall. Just signed a 2-year deal in July, so it's not serious like a 3-year. Just as One Football send out a notification. I just saw the ins and outs. I think they're watching your stream. Must be. Need Bargain on loan. Yeah, he'd be great, but like you say, a lot more people want him. Something like 9 assists. Messi just keeps ending halfway right now. I can look. You think we should sell O'Brien for money? If we can get 11 million or more, then yeah, I do think so. No one's irreplaceable except Nichols. Ferguson from Aberdeen, but obviously it's a big jump, isn't it? From the Scottish League to Championship. Just gonna get some water, submit some more. It's a good idea. And as well, if you can't comment for some reason, because some of my friends have tried joining previously and they say that you can't comment. If you can't, I do apologise for that. I really can't do a lot about it, I don't think. Then just DM me on Instagram and I'll read that out. That's what we're going to check actually. So yeah. I've just seen Piers put a message in. Just seen. You're sat there, I'm not sure yet. What about the lad from NK? Which lad is that? Harry. Which lad is that? And then Piers has obviously said, no matter what we get from O'Brien, it won't be put back into the club. And he is spot on. Spot on. It just won't, and we know it. We've accepted it. We're all on the same page about it. Would you start Diarra over High? Why not? I don't think people realise this, obviously. It's a matter of opinion. I spoke to someone on Twitter about it today. In my honest opinion, Saturday is a free hit. And you think, why, Brad? You know, they're Bristol. They're nothing special. But we are in very low form at the minute, away from home especially. And let's address something. Bristol hadn't won a home game in 11 months, and this weekend they go into a home game. They go into a home game after winning 3 of the past 4 and drawing the other one. So they're unbeaten in 4 at home. On top of that, look at it. Like I said, our away form's abysmal, and we never get anything at Ashton Gate. I can't see one reason why we can get anything on Saturday. And that's not why I'm not going, by the way, because I've done some distance this year. That's not why I'm not going. It's genuinely because I don't know if anyone else is going, and I don't want to do a 4-hour journey by myself. It's boring. If they can't comment, they need to create a channel to comment. I don't think it is that, actually, because my mate used to comment all the time. David Castro, I think his name, we had a bid rejected, 7 figures, Phil said. Oh, you heard about this guy, yeah. David Kasumu is the name. Let's have a look. Where's he playing? Midfielder. I mean, he's young. Yet to score. He may be decent. I'm not sure, obviously. We'll have to keep tabs on him. Their last win for that 11-month winless at home run was against Town. Yeah. Do you think Sam Bakuna was a mistake? Probably, actually, yeah. I actually do think it probably would. Yeah, it was. Yeah. We say this nightly, anyone will go and Town will somehow get a win. Probably. Defensive midfielder, hog type of player. Maybe it'd be good then. Because obviously that's something we might need, obviously. Rebecca City on their patch 2013. Yeah, imagine if we sign Mitrovic. If we sign Mitrovic, then I'll pitch him mid and I'll get banned happily if we sign Mitrovic. Play Russell's 100%. Someone I'd start Saturday. What do we even get for Bakuna? I believe it was 1 or 2 million. That's kind of roughly where I kind of imagine. I mean, it's like I said, I don't think we're going to get more than 5 points out of the next 5. And we do need to strengthen this team. A bit of money would just be the clips right there, Brad. Go for it. It's not going to happen. 4-0 City, is it? Is it actually? Oh my God, it is. 4 minutes after half time. You got yourself a Premier League team. Honestly. Nice to see Leeds a star player on the right hand side. He's doing bits. Mr. Overrated. Danny Mange. Who are you edits said? Irish soccer player. Obviously, it's football. Attacking midfielder for Shamrock Rovers. Wow. 15 goals in 35 games as an attacking midfielder is quality. About 5'11". This looks decent. No, he looks decent. I mean, obviously, attacking midfielder is a weird one because I'd love to see an attacking midfielder, but we don't play with one. So it shoots us ourselves in the foot. 21 goal contributions in 35 games is huge. But he'll just be like a... he'll just do what Thing did, what Grant does, and just not play. Obviously, Grant got COVID and a bunch of other injuries, so that's obviously awful. But before that, we really didn't play him. Not a fan of how we went 1-0 up in games and shut shop, can't hold a lead, which is why we need better players. Excuse me, we need to get a couple gone and a couple in. Brad, if you don't go to the game on Saturday, could you do a live reaction? Yeah, Aidan, I probably will actually. It's a good point. I will now. Now you've said that's actually a good idea. Probably will. Luke Randall, thoughts on turn? It was that funny. It sent me coughing. I think he's been poor this season. He's been poor in every game, apart from the last couple where he's actually been all right and he hasn't been at fault for things. But yeah, not a great signing. Hi, mate. Saw you at the game Saturday. Oh, good. Should have come and said hello. It probably made my day after watching football and wasting my day once again. Colwell was outstanding last game. I have no idea why I let it bounce in the lead up to their goal. I've not seen that actually, to be fair. Bristol City game on telly, no, could get a Man City Academy loan. Brad, message me on Saturday, I'll do it with you. Will you, Josh? Will you? Meaning the reaction. Oh, okay, Josh. I don't see why someone want O'Brien out. A lot of us don't. We just want that if he does go, so that's why I think he's been brilliant. Oh, do you now, Luke? Do you? Yeah, I think he's been brilliant. We don't want O'Brien out. We just want that if he does go, or if he did go, it's probably not now he signed a contract, that we get a heavy sum for him. That's what we want. You think of Russell. Russell's looked solid. Really good feet for a big lad. Really nice on the turns. Really good in the final third as well. Really well-rounded player. No reason why he shouldn't be playing in the first team. Good Rhodes is back. Yeah, I mean, some of that service that's obviously been good previously, not at the minute, would have been what Rhodes would have thrived off of. So, yeah. You think Fraser Campbell should go? Not at all. He'll probably be on a little to nothing wage, and he grafts. When he comes on, he grafts. What do you think of Russell? Yeah, mate. I just said. I think he grafts. There's no reason why. Just seen the next comment. There's no reason why he should go. And when he does retire, I want him at the club in a coaching role. He's a great professional. He's a great individual. You can just tell by what he does on the pitch, that grafting, that he that obviously he brings that energy that a lot of players don't have. He has that level of graft, especially at his age as well. I'm really happy he's with us. Don't have service at all. Then we desperately need Pippa. Yeah, Pippa's massive. Ben Jackson to be loaned out. Yeah. Price on a short-term deal. Oh God. I sponsor Rhodes. Dear, I thought it was Rock My Reception that sponsored Rhodes, unless that is you, and brilliant. I believe I spoke to you on the last B-team game against Watford. We had a nice conversation about the way we were playing. What do you think of Russell's? Yeah, like I said, mate, really good feet, really nice turn. Really nice kind of movement as well. I don't know. There's just something about Russell where I think he would give us that energy and that creativity a bit more. He's impressed me. And do you know what? Like I say, Saturday's a free hit in my eyes. We've got nothing to lose. Let's just go for it. Kean Harrett, yeah, Kean Harrett's been very nice. I sit next to you at John Smith's. Dear John, really nice to see hear from you. When he's playing as a 6-foot beast. Yes, I remember. Yeah, it was a nice conversation, obviously, about the where we were moving. We've just not really moved any forward since then, have we? Do you reckon we get a player like Nico Williams on loan? Which one's he again? Is he the one from Liverpool? Yeah, he just... I'm going to be honest with you, he just didn't do it for me. I just don't rate him at all. Just quite poor. Keane Harrett or Meepo? Have you got your passport for the football? Yeah, mate. Don't worry, Ross. I've got that. I'll be carrying on going. I don't know, because I'd probably pick Harrett because I've seen him score consistently multiple times. But Meepo doesn't get played, so we're never going to be able to strongly answer that question. It's the problem we've got. So it's like I say, Schofield needs to go on loan. Ruffles may need to be replaced. Reece Brown out. We need to sign a midfielder. Even send Scott out on loan and Brown out and get two in. You know, a defensive and a box to box. If we're not going to play Russell, Meepo out and another striker, that'd be kind of a bit of a smart decision. Brad, you kept the most clean sheets in League 1 and 2. Yeah, it's a good idea, actually. Clearly blind. Favourite town player so far. Saw you at Middlesbrough game. I think you've been extremely harsh on High. It's not about High as a player. I think it's just what we're missing with... right. The problem with our midfield at the minute, it's not an agenda against High. I do think High's been a good player. Blinder against West Brom. But the issue we've got is when we play teams like Middlesbrough, obviously this can be rotated. When we play teams like Middlesbrough, Birmingham, Millwall, who are physical, we get done in the midfield in the aerial threat because we've got Lewis, who's tiny, and High, who's like 5'10". Obviously, you can't bench Lewis just because he's small. And if one of them's got to take the hit for it, you're going to pick High, aren't you? So that's why I kind of... I mean, loan him out. No, he's not been that bad. I just mean if we sign another midfielder, if Hogg's back soon, Vallejo's back, and we introduce Russell, then there's three. But Hoggy doesn't fit your tallness. No, he doesn't. But Hogg battles like crazy, and Hogg does win some stuff in the air, surprisingly, considering he's... How tall is he? He does win quite a bit in the air, considering he's kind of small. How tall is that? I'm not actually sure. Surely that's got to be 5'9". 5'7". No, he isn't. Hoggy's just the best he can do anything. Nah, surely that's not. Yeah, he's 5'9". That's it. Yeah, he's 5'9". So obviously that bit taller than Lewis. Very similar height to Scott High, I believe. But obviously Scott High's gonna have to take the kind of thing for it. Nothing against Scott High. I think he's had a decent last season and decent this season. I do wonder how tall. Yeah, he's the exact same height. Yeah, same height in centimetres. So the only reason I would be playing a bit Russell over High is the height and a bit more kind of attacking mindedness. High's very defensive. So look, QPR game on Saturday been postponed. Nichols played class on Saturday. Nichols for me, right, bold statement here, but Nichols, he's been our best player this season. And I think by a decent stretch. It's quite ironic that, but it's not really funny. Hogg and High are both 5'9". But yeah, Nichols has been our best player this season. Without him, we'd be lost. Best player this season. First name on the team sheet every week for me. He's still not made an error leading to a goal. He went a bit early for the goal on Saturday, but that isn't his fault because obviously at the end of the day, the defenders didn't track, press, or clear. So And Hogg, like someone just said there, has got springs in his legs. He does win the ball out of the air sometimes. So obviously, it kills us when we do need a bit more height. Do you think Sorba Thomas will fit in the Premier League? I don't think he's good enough for the Premier League. He's not. He's barely even been good enough for us at the minute. He could kill a dead ball, but corners have been off recently, and he has these games where he does really good set pieces, and then the next it's boring and just not going anywhere. I'd rather play Hogg than Russell. Yeah, definitely, Sam. 100%. Scott High pass back merchant. Not all the time, but sometimes he is passing back too much. Isaac said it perfectly. As much as I don't hate Schofield. I think he's really, really mature, really good at saving and his reflexes, but the rest of his game needs development, and that's why I believe he needs a loan move. And I wish him the best in his career. I can't watch him make mistakes like he did against Fulham for us, because it hurts me because I'm a Town fan, and it hurts me because it impacts our league table position massively. Nichols or Tom Lee's best signings for me. Yeah, I'd probably say our most unexpected kind of impacts, really, aren't they? Both them two. I think I probably agree, to be fair. I think the club's up for sale. Apparently, we're safe at the minute financially. I don't know if there's much truth to it. Oh, it's not 5, is it? Oh, it's not 5. Just why are they even in the Premier League? They just don't belong there, clearly. Oh, my God. Oh, it's beautiful. Oh, it's beautiful. Do you think Ward's good enough? Yeah, for now. Obviously, when you say good enough, no, he's not going to be a goal scorer that scores every week, but he's grafting like Campbell. And I like that, because that's... If you graft, you're at 50% already. So, like, if this is 0 and this is 50 and that's 100, by grafting, you're already here. So if you're grafting, then whatever luck or quality you get will take you further. But if you're not even grafting, then you're not gonna get anywhere, and that's kind of the struggle. De Bruyne with his second. Are those his first 2 goals this season? Surely not. Well, they're 2 of 3, I believe, unless they've not been counted yet. Although they're in a bit of a weird situation at the minute. I think that Christian Bielik, who plays for Derby, would be a decent buy. Obviously, he's 6'3". I think. I'm gonna have a look here. I'm gonna take this one to VAR. I think he's 6'3". Oh, 6'2". I was close. Well, no, actually, technically, he is 6'2" and a bit, or 6'3". We'll have to see. But he looks like he'd be a decent kind of player. You're a bear type, Brad, am I? Max Bird, he plays for Derby as well, doesn't he? Excuse me. Yeah, he does look a decent player. Young as well. Ward has been my favourite player this season. Last season, seeing his name on team sheet, made me want to go home. Same with Holmes, seems to have a different attitude. Yeah, I mean, first half of the season, Ward was his old self. Well, Wednesday in Derby, he was great, and then he just dropped off. He couldn't be bothered. He wasn't running. He wasn't chased out. And Christ knows why we were playing him. And now, really happy as well. Really happy that he's turned it around. He's just got that energy and that kind of graft that maybe not at the level of Campbell, but he's just running, and it's better to see. Carlson are out. Oh, that was last night's stream. At the minute, I've said I give him 5 games. 5 games, and if we get less than 5 points, he has to walk. That should be what the staff are thinking, really. I mean, let's have a quick look here now. EFL Championship. I love, honestly, I don't say it enough, yeah, but I love having like streams like this with you guys, because it just gets, there's so many opinions, which is why I love doing YouTube as well. There's so many opinions that people have that are never heard, because there's no like platform for it or anything, and people have such good ideas. Like Aidan Tate with Stockdale, like he'd be such a good buy. I genuinely believe with his experience, he'd bring a lot. Who do you start? Ward, Campbell, Meepo, Rhodes. This Saturday, I'd start Rhodes. No, I wouldn't. I'd start Ward, and I'd put Ward on the wing, and I'd put Rhodes in, because Ward's playing good, and Rhodes deserves back in. Carl's in, Carl's out. Obviously, I said I'd answer that. I can't see where our next win's coming from, to be honest. Salona. I'm going to try and be objective. And so, Bristol, Blackpool, Forest, Blackburn, Swansea. Bristol's at their place, so we'll lose. Blackpool have turned the season around and then messed it up again, but they're a good side away from home, so we'll probably draw that. Forest have really turned the kind of everything up. That'll be hard. We'll probably lose that. Blackburn, they've even more turned it up. And Swansea beat us last time. So I'm really struggling to see where we win in any of them. And in order to get 5 points, we either can't lose a game or we have to win at least one. Got to be 3 points from Blackpool. Blackpool could go anywhere. When do you think the turnaround point will be, Brad? It already has, mate. That's kind of the kind of thing I get, is that we started off well and we've dropped off. I mean, we're 10th now, and that's not even bad. Like, we're talking about that it's really bad, but in terms of actual league position, in terms of actual football we're seeing, it's dire. It's a bit similar to Middlesbrough, and obviously how they weren't really going anywhere bad, but the football they saw from Warnock was just poor. There's 3, right. What doesn't sit right with me at all is from 6th to 18th is 8 points. You could be Bristol and win 4 games, and a couple of teams win, lose, and draw, and you could literally be like 6th. That's ridiculous. So I'm pretty scared at the minute, because we're 3 points away from 18th. And there's 4 points between 18th and 19th, which separates. There's kind of 5 categories of teams in this league. You've got Fulham and Bournemouth that are just going up. Plain and simple, in my eyes, they're both going up. Automatics. Then you've got West Brom to Millwall, I'd argue, including us, that have kind of been flirting with the play. Well, obviously, you've got the West Brom to Stoke, who were in the playoffs, and you've got Stoke to us, who've been kind of Coventry to us, who've been kind of up there and 50-50 playing, in and out of the playoffs. And then you've got kind of Luton to Bristol, the teams that are at risk of going down to an extent, but could also randomly push for promotion. I wouldn't say the football's poor. It very much is at the minute. We score and try and defend for the rest of the game. It is so awful. When's Millwall away? It's another game I can't wait to go to. Millwall away. 16th of March on a Wednesday night. Brilliant. And we get back at about 3:30 again. If Corbran goes, who would you want? I'd want Michael Flynn. Now, who is Michael Flynn? Welsh football manager. was that Sheffield United manager. Slavica Jokanovic. Now I would love him. I would love him. Oh, he's most recently Newport manager. Yeah, it's too low down really for kind of what we'd be looking for. Jokanovic would be great if Carlos did end up going. I do think Jokanovic is a really great manager. Wasn't fortunate enough at Sheffield United, but a really good manager previously. We'll just have to see. I don't know if I want him out yet, but like I've said, 5 games, 5 points at least. Otherwise, it's just not good enough. When's Hull away? 2nd of April. Next away game after Millwall. Yeah, I can't see where our next win's going. But look, you know, this video was about transfers, and together actually we've outlined a lot of kind of possible ones, and I think that's obviously something to kind of clearly see. If we can do it, then why can't the recruitment? So yeah, I think we're going to leave it there if no one else has got anything else to say. Norwich manager Fark would be good, but we don't have the states for Fark. We really don't. But yeah, like I say, it's been really fun. If you do enjoy this content, please do leave a like, and obviously comment on the actual stream and the video afterwards, because obviously it uploads as a video. Please do subscribe if you do around here and or enjoy the content. We're nearly at 3.8. Sabrina Lamucci, I don't know if I rated him, to be honest. Obviously, please do comment if you've got what to say. Subscribe, we're nearly at 3.8. We're looking to get 4K by February. If anyone feels generous enough to donate, then that is also greatly appreciated, as are the other 3 things. So, yeah, massive thank you as always. I'm unsure if I'm going to Bristol yet. I'm looking for someone to go with because I just can't justify. Not that I really have to explain myself, to be honest, but I just can't justify doing a 4-hour trip on my own. And that's just God's honest truth. I can't do it. I did it to Brighton and I was miserable. So it's too boring. But if someone goes, I'm fine. So we'll see about that one. But there is a new kind of content that is going to come to. If you don't go Saturday, I will do a reaction probably. There is a new kind of content that's going to come to the channel soon. It's going to be a weekly thing, I think. It won't be daily, obviously. But obviously, I'm going to attempt it. I've attempted it in the past. I'm going to attempt to bring out this content. But obviously, what I will say is please be mindful that I do have studies to do and that I am a very busy person sometimes. So that might be the reason why there's not that content all the time. But I've got a new kind of content that I am thinking of bringing to the channel. Well, I'm going to bring to the channel. So we've just got to see how it kind of pans out with recording, editing, and all in between. So yeah, massive thank you as always for joining me today. Just coming up to an hour now on the stream, and obviously I'm really grateful for everyone that tuned in. I think there was about 200 of you. Yeah, that's massive. Scott's literally just joined as Rendon Poked. Just watch it back and see what we've all said, Scott. But yeah, like I say, maybe Bristol, maybe a reaction, but definitely I know there is a type of new content that I'm going to bring out. Just obviously, like I say, bear with me and give me time. It's not easy to edit, and it's a longer kind of video in some aspects. So I'm not going to reveal it just yet, but we'll what is it? We'll just see how it goes. Massive thank you as always. Oh, it's 6-0. Please tell me it's De Bruyne hat-trick. Please be. Oh, it's John Stones. Stones is playing at right back. 6-0 down against Stones. Stones at right back. Oh, beautiful to see, isn't it? They're just so shit, aren't they? We want 7, my lord. We want 7. They're just such a bad little club, aren't they? 2 years ago, they started beating good all of a sudden, and everyone from like Murfield and Brighouse in between went, oh, it's such a trend to support Leeds, isn't it? Oh, we all support Leeds now. I can't wait until they come back down where they belong. Can't wait. It shouldn't be long now. 5 more months, 6 more months in the back. Can't wait. Can't wait. Anyway, guys, I'm going to get off. Marching on to nowhere. Marching down to League One. Twickenham's finished 20th in June. 18th, I think. Last relegation place. Not long till the Halifax Leeds game. No, please stay. Another hour? It's my bedtime. Not today, after the time I got up. Not revealing that. You'll all bully me. Leeds are falling apart again. I think it's time to listen to a bit of Joy Division. Off camera, obviously. Don't want to get copyrighted. But yeah, massive thank you as always. Stay safe, everyone. Take care. If you're there on Saturday, loud and proud. Until we concede, then you're fine to no longer be louder, because obviously I don't. I'm going to be honest, sometimes when we are losing, I don't want to chant because I feel actually embarrassed at how we've conceded. The rest of everyone else does as well. So, yeah, massive thank you as always. Loud and proud on Saturday if you're there. If you're there and you recognise me and you see me and all that, just come and say hi. Like, I'm friendly. I'm not going to eat you. Like, I'm not Shrek. So, and we'll have a good chat about the game, obviously, and how we're 4-0 down and how we don't belong in this league anymore and all that. So, yeah, massive thank you as always. Yeah, I should see you Saturday for a vlog, Friday for a preview, Saturday for a vlog, or Saturday for a watch along, or he's not friendly. Let's get bullied. Or Sunday maybe for a match review if I get time, but I can't promise so. But, well, actually, you'll see me again this week for the new kind of content. So we're staying quiet. We're not going to reveal. I'll stop talking, Brad. 7. Oh wait, no. Do you know what? We're going to stay on for. We're staying on until. No, we're not going anywhere. We are not going anywhere. We're staying for 10 more minutes. I'll tell you why we're staying for 10 more minutes. We are staying until the game's over. No, we're not going anywhere. 10 more minutes. 10 more minutes. 10 more minutes. We're not going anywhere. We're not going anywhere. We're staying for 10 more minutes. Not going anywhere. Very, very dangerous. Luke did make a good point earlier about Departure, a player who could hold the ball up and use strength. Yeah. We want 10, my lord. We want 10. Ake's gone off the bench. Like, they've even got Stern on the bench because they really don't even need him. If they score 10, take off your shirt and swing it. I don't know if I can promise to that, Lucas, you know. I feel like YouTube's policy won't be having that. Bullet end of that. Very, very dangerous. Not an ear, Scott. Not an ear, Scott. Who put the ball in the Beaston's net? Who put the ball in the Beaston's net? Who put the ball in the Beaston's net? Half the fucking team did. Who put the ball in the Beaston's net? I'm still alive, Luke. Yep. Is it 8 yet? Is it 8? Is it not 8? Come on. I want 8. We want 8, my lord. We want 8. We want 8, my lord. We want 8. But yeah, Luke just makes a good point. Yeah, like seriously, the Departure kind of player who's big and could head the ball in. That'd be the gravy, that wouldn't it? That'd be what we needed. We're going to check actually before we end. We're going to stop focusing on the Leeds game. We don't really care about them, to be honest, actually. Just a bit irrelevant now. They've had the little spell. Let's have a look. Jacob Ramsey's just scored for Villa. That's massive. Well, was it the first goal or was it the second goal? And then Leeds turns up after us, Phillies 7-0 to their age. We could laugh at him. Yeah, we only lost 6-1. Imagine where we'd be if we still had Mooney here. Yeah, that'd be huge. Yeah, it was earlier on that Ramsey scored his goal. I'll be watching that on the highlights after I watch a certain other highlights. There's some. Well, actually no, because I think the Villa game will be done first. So yeah, I'll watch them. Save the better, the highest scoring game until later, maybe. Yeah, I can't be bothered saying. I'm going to be completely honest. I can't say until game's done. If it goes to 8, I'll put something on social media or something. I don't. Surely they can't concede more. Show the badge. Right, anyway, guys, I'm going to get off. Stay safe. Hope you have a good week. I hope you all have a good Christmas as well. I'll probably be saying that more in the time we've got between now and then. But yeah, my thank you as always. Love you all. Stay safe. Do all the things that it says if you haven't already. But obviously, you don't have to donate. Take care, guys. Thank you so much. Love you all. See you in a bit.